Good evening, esteemed professors, distinguished guests, and honored participants. I, Tanisha Tyagi, BBA second semester, welcomes you all with great pleasure and pride to this 28th online interactive session organized by Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research, an institution committed to academic excellence and leadership development. Today, we all are gathered for another amazing interaction session where we will learn, seek, and adapt many skills and things which will help us to be a better person professionally. At DSPSR, we believe in creating a program that bridge the gap between academic learning and real-world corporate insights. Today's session, Leadership Development, is a testament to that mission. We are confident that this session will empower each one of you with valuable insights and practical strategies to grow as professionals and leaders. DSPSR faculty and students are delighted to have Kumar sir as session speaker joining us today to share their insights and experiences. We welcome you, sir. Before moving further, we shall proceed with the lighting of the virtual lamp, a tradition that symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the awakening of knowledge. May the light of learning continue to guide us on your path to growth and leadership. Now I request Arun sir to please play the video. Thank you, sir. Now we are honored to have Mr. Kumar sir to enlighten us with his knowledge. Kumar sir is a seasoned IT professional with over 17 years of experience at Tata Consultancy Services, delivering technology-driven solutions for several Fortune 500 clients across diverse industry domains. With a strong foundation in both solution architecture and business analysis, he have consistently contributed to the successful delivery of complex, high-impact programs, combining technical insights with a deep understanding of business needs. In his current role as a solution architect and business analyst, he specializes in designing scalable enterprise solutions that align with client objectives and evolving market dynamics. One of the most defining accomplishments in his career has been his instrumental role in the establishment of AIB Life, a new age insurance company in Ireland. This project was a greenfield implementation fully hosted on AWS Cloud, where he led the end-to-end solutioning efforts in partnership with stakeholders, business teams, and technology leads. From requirement analysis and architecture design to implementation and stakeholder alignment, he played a pivotal role in bringing this strategic initiative to life. Through his career, he had demonstrated a strong ability to bridge the gap between business and technology. His collaborative approach, combined with a hands-on understanding of cloud platforms, enterprise systems, and regulatory landscapes, has enabled him to contribute effectively transformation programs, particularly in the financial service and insurance sectors. He continued to thrive on challenging assignments that demand innovation, stakeholder engagement, and strategic thinking. His journey with TCS reflects a blend of technical leadership, domain expertise, and a commitment to delivering excellence in every engagement. Now I want to warm welcome to our moderator. Years of experience as an academician, she worked under different universities. Her areas of academic interest include steganography, cryptography, and deep learning in addition to her teaching responsibilities. She has been actively involved in leadership roles at DSPSR, serving as program coordinator for BCA, NSS program coordinator, and various institutional committees. She was awarded the Best Teacher Award at DSPSR in 2023. Your valuable presence adds great strength to today's event and to all our participants joining us from different places, eager to learn and grow. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker, our respected faculty members, and most importantly, all our participants. Your presence here reflects your commitment to learning and personal growth. Let us make this one a truly enriching experience. Now, I would like to hand over the session to Ms. Princy Agarwal, ma'am, to proceed further. Ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. It is my privilege to moderate this interactive session as part of the 28th Leadership Development Program. We are truly honored to have with us Mr. Uttam Kumar, sir. So, welcome you, sir. To begin with our conversation, I would like to start with a few questions that will help us understand more about your professional path and leadership insights. So, Mr. Kumar, first of all, I would like to ask you, please share with us your career journey and how you came into your current role at TCS in Ireland.
Yeah, so basically, I'm from a very small town. The name of the town is Dhanbad. So that is a small town in Jharkhand. So from where I started my career. So I was part of the mathematics graduation program. Hope you all are able to hear me. Is it fine?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so I completed my graduation in mathematics in 2007 in Dhanbad, and I didn't had a much of the exposure to the IT sector at that point of time. But at that point of time, TCS, the Tata Consultancy Services, that is the one of the biggest IT sector employer in India, they came to Dhanbad for a open campus for the BSc graduate. So I had been selected to that program, and I got an offer to join TCS program for the IT professionals. And I have joined IT in 2008 in Chennai. So TCS used to run a very good program for the graduate trainees, and they are having a 4 year of professional training for the graduate student. And at later point of time, I came back to Kolkata and I have started working with G Money UK. So G Money UK is one of the finest company in the world. So at that place, I have learned the different IT skill set, and I also learned the importance of the process. So the process is very, very important to achieve something. And I worked almost 3 years for the G Money UK. And after that, I moved to the different engagement. After that, I moved to the Tata Steel Europe. I worked there for 2 years. And later point of time, I moved to France for a year. That time I was working with the Kingfisher, a retail company in the France. And after that, I moved to Royal Bank of Scotland. I worked for Royal Bank of Scotland for a year. So that was almost 8 years of my early career. And at later point of time, I moved to a different technology. So TCS used to hold a platform that is called TCS Banks. So that used to basically provide the insurance solutions to lot of the Indian and the international clients. They have more than 100 of implementation in India and outside India. So today, if I'm buying a policy in India, so it's most probably that policy is being served on the that TCS Banks platform. So in 2016, I got a chance to join TCS Banks, and for the last 10 years almost, I am working with TCS Banks. So I worked for almost 6 years for Old Mutual South Africa, supporting the banks. And in 2022, I moved to Ireland. So in Ireland, there is a company AIB. So AIB is similar to the SBI Bank in India, and they have decided to open a insurance company in Ireland. So they have chosen us as a client partner, and we have built a complete cloud-based solution for them. And we have implemented the solution within 14 months from the point they have given the contract to TCS, and we are running this program successfully for the last 3 years.
Okay. So your journey is truly inspiring, sir. So looking back, what decision do you think contributed most to your professional growth?
Yeah, I decided to pick it as a challenge. So when I got the offer, so I had two options: either I pursue this or I do not pursue this. So I decided to took this as a challenge, and I decided to proceed with it, and how I can learn and I can do better. So of course, it was a bit challenging on the early days where you are surrounded by all the BTech and the MTech guy, and you do not have any professional degree. So when I started working, I know that if I am in the right path, then of course I will be able to succeed. And upon after few years, I got a opportunity to pursue my MCA program with a tie-up with the TCS. So in 2013, I have completed my MCA with a collaboration with the Shastra University. So that also helped me a lot to pursue my journey. But yeah, it was a challenging, but it is a satisfactory journey. So where I am today, so I am a bit satisfied with the all the effort and the challenge I have faced.
Okay, that was a wonderful perspective, sir. So, tell us what technical and soft skills have helped you the most in your career.
So soft skill communication is the most important part of the any professional journey. So you have to focus a lot on your communication. And in the IT part, so I have learned a different technology. So there had been a time when I have to make a switch to for the technology as well. So in early days, I used to be a mainframe IT professional. But upon completing 7 to 8 years, I have seen that mainframe is no more in the use. So I have to switch back to a Java-based technology. So I have moved to the TCS banks. So TCS banks have a different technology stake. So basically, I have moved to Java-based technology. There I have learned Java and the other front-end technology. And in the my current implementation, it's more like a cloud implementation. So I have to learn the cloud technology, all the cloud technology, and we have implemented it. So technology is not constant, but learning is constant here. So you have to continue learning the different thing. Technology is changing, but the learning phase is not changing. So you have to pick any technology that you are getting a chance to work with, and you have to pursue it.
Yes, very practical and relevant tips for IT students.
Yeah,
Exactly.
technology is changing very fast. So technology is
Yes,
changing very
yes,
fast, and the
yes,
rate of change has increased with time. So it is changing very frequently.
yes, right. So, sir, if you had to start over today, what skills would you focus on learning first?
So
If
the
suppose you
first
have,
skill
yes,
that I will prefer, that is the communication. So if you are doing anything, then communication is the most important part, because you have to communicate clearly, you have to listen to people. Second part is the basics of the programming logic. So if I'm starting today again, then I will go for the basics of the programming logic. So and I also believe if you are stuck, then go for the basics. So probably your basics are not good, that's why you are stuck. The next technological part is the data interpretation. So that helps a lot when you are dealing with a complicated data and a big set of data. So sometimes we get a time of just 1 hour that we have a problem and we have to fix it because the complete system is down. So on this type of cases, the data interpretations play a good role. In current date, cloud are very important technology. So most of the client are already shifted to cloud, or they are willing to move to the cloud. And here also we have made the implementation in the cloud. So cloud technology and the cloud fundamental are very important in today's date. And generative AI is something that is there to help us. So if we can learn, so even that is very beneficial for the student. If they want to learn any technology, they want to do a coding, if they are stuck at any place. So officially we are not using AI much in the professional life, but it is knocking on our door. So very soon we have to move to the AI, and that is there to help us, not to threat us.
yes, sir. So, moving on, sir, what were some of the turning points in your 18 plus years of experience?
So the first turning point that I see, the decision to join IT. So that was the most important thing. So if I wouldn't have taken that decision to join TCS, then I wouldn't have been able to reach here. So getting selected into TCS was the first turning point that I have decided to pursue without having any technical degree. My second turning point was the first project that I have joined. That was the G Money UK. So that point of time, I learned the importance of having the process, how process can help, how the corporate work, how corporate is different from the normal way of working. Also moving to France in my early age of the career for a year, that helped me to work with a different multicultural team. So that helped me to respect everyone's decision. So you need to listen to everyone. And the final turning point for me was the coming to the AIB life. So getting an opportunity where you have a where you can implement a complete entire new company. So that helped me a lot. So and it was a tough job, but when I see back, so probably that was the most important turning point for my life. So it had changed my professional and the personal life both.
Okay. It's always insightful to hear such real life experiences, actually.
Yeah.
Moving on to next question. My next question is, what does a typical day look like in your current role?
So I am still associated with Indian company. So I am part of the TCS India and I got transferred to Ireland. So I have a big team in India that is there to support me. So my day start with connecting with my team in India. So because there is almost 4 hours of time difference and sometimes it used to be a 5 hour. So it is afternoon for me and evening for them. So first thing that I used to do to connect them in the morning. So when I start my day, so I used to take the insight of everything that they are doing and where they are stuck, what help they need from me. So that used to be my first part of the day. And after completing that, I used to connect with the different stakeholders, the stakeholder that we have. So we have the back end operations team here. We have client team, so they used to come up with a different change request and the different implementation they want and the different change in the current software design. So I used to have a meeting with them, and then I used to start the different internal meeting that we have with the our current TCS Insight team here in the Ireland. And at the end I have to wrap up the complete day. So whatever I have done and whatever things I want to pass back to the Indian team so that they can start early in the next day.
Yes, sir. So I'm sure many students here can relate to the challenges you mentioned, and they will take inspiration from your journey. Okay. So tell me, how does working in Ireland differ from working in India in terms of work culture and expectations?
In one word, it is fun, but
Oh,
it is challenging as well. So here you can see a new culture. You have a different food, you have a different environment. So temperature in the winter may go down to -5 degree.
no.
And here summer used to be a quite good, and currently we are having the summer time. So you have to be open minded. You have to ask proper question when you are doing any solutioning or you are doing any work. Build a local support network. So I used to play lawn tennis. So I'm a member of lawn tennis group here. So I have few friends here as well who used to play lawn tennis with me. I'm part of the swimming club here, so I used to go for swimming with, and I have many local friends here. So on that way, I am coping up. But work culture is a bit different here, so the people have more work-life balance in compared to that we used to have in India. So people are very professional. People used to keep their personal life and professional life bit separate. So it is fun, but you have to be careful of their culture and everything.
Okay, so related to this question, I want to ask, have you noticed any difference in how innovation or problem solving is approached in Ireland compared to India?
So probably we have more problem and our problem solving ability is bit advanced. So we used to face a lot of problem throughout our life and the career. So there is not much difference. So most of the technical problems are same. And one more thing I would like to add that we do not need to innovate thing that is already invented. So we only need to focus on we need to understand the problem. So that is first part. If you are able to understand the problem, if you note down what the problem is, so probably we have solved the 50% of the problem. So there is not much difference on the way that we solve the problem. So it's almost more or less same. And so basically we got a lot of exposure by working for different clients. So basically we our main job is the problem solving. Either we are solving it as part of the current issue or we are giving a new solution. So they know much difference, but here the education quality is very good. So people are very well trained, and we are getting a chance to work with a most of the expert of the industry. So those things are adding quite well to my learning.
Okay, that's good to know. कि हम पीछे नहीं हैं.
Of course.
भारत
So,
बराबर
so,
है.
so if I go to any of the meetings, so that might not be a TCS meeting, that might be any third party company. So I can see that, I can say simply that there will be at least 30% Indian, even if they are the foreign company. So we have done quite well in the IT sector, and probably we need to do the same on the other sector as well. So we are doing quite well.
Yes.
So we are helping everyone. So we are owning a software. The TCS Banks is a software that we have implemented here. So that is a big achievement for us. And of course, we are not lacking behind. People used to see toward us to get the solution.
Right, right. Okay, so give me suggestion for to our students, actually, mainly for young professionals who are aspiring to work abroad, especially in Europe. What mindset or skills do you think are crucial to succeed?
The first and very important thing that I also got from a book. The name of the book is called "Start with Why." So you need to figure out why you want to do something. So if I give an example of the phone manufacturing company Apple, so they start with why they want to do something. So their goal is not to simply make a phone. Their goal is to get into a process where they want to change things and come out with some innovative product. So the same thing that I read in the book. So there was one example that earlier the service provider company like the Vodafone, Airtel, they used to decide how the phone should work. So how many buttons supposed to be on the phone. So iPhone was the first company who have decided to reduce the numbers of button in their phone, but because they wanted to give a very good simple interface to their user. So we need to figure out why we want to do things. If we know why we want to do things, so the same thing apply to our job. If we have very good clarity why we want to move to Europe, why I want to do good in my job, so that solves 50% of the my problem. So for my case, I know I have to deliver something that me and the my client can feel proud of it. So the first way to move to Europe, the best way is to start with some of the good corporate company. So most of the company do not used to hire directly from India. So the first way to start working with some of the company, do some good and the quality work, and after that, in Ireland they have a very good master's program. So people can move to Ireland to get enrolled to the master's program, and when they are doing the master's program, they get a chance to join the local company here, and also they get a permission to stay in Europe for 2 years. So they have a very good program, the master's program that anyone can join. So but my suggestion to get some initial experience in India, because getting into the master's programs is not much difficult than getting a job. So once you have the master's degree here, you need to get a job to stay in Ireland. So that is more difficult than getting into master. So get into some good corporate company, work for a few years. If you are getting a chance directly to move to Ireland or Europe, that's a very well and good. But if you are not getting any opportunity, you can directly come for a master degree. You can read for a year on some good technology, and you can join some local company here.
Okay. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about balancing a demanding professional role with personal commitment. It is not always easy. So how do you manage to maintain this balance?
I'm really struggling with it. So when I am at my work, so I can focus only one thing at a time. So when I am doing my work, so I am completely, so I am not able to think other thing. So focus on one thing at a time. So sometime meditation helps on it. So how to focus on one thing, how to keep your brain empty. So when I am thinking on problem, I think only on the problem. When I am out of office, I think only about the office. But my focus is on the learning, so you have to get some time. Either you can manage your learning in the office, then it's fine. If not, then of course you have to get some time out of your personal life and you have to learn things so that you can do things on the better way. So focus on one thing at a time. So humans are not very good in multitasking. So if I'm in the office for the 8 hours, then I'm completely in the office for 8 hours. When I'm at home and I'm playing something and I'm doing something, so of course if you're focusing in one thing at a time, then of course you can do it quite well. So that is my mantra to do things. So I was able to learn swimming in just a month, because when I'm in the swimming, then I'm in the swimming, and I know I have to do it, then I have to do it.
So you find time for hobbies and your passions actually, what I can relate. you
To keep myself motivated, of course I have to, otherwise I won't feel motivated. So I used to be a long runner. I used to play tennis in Kolkata as well. So in
so
TCS
it's
campus we
really
used to have a
important.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So it's really important if you find time for hobbies or passions to keep you motivated and will.
Yeah,
Yes.
learning new skills allow our brain to think better. So when I'm able to build a new skill set, the same thing I'm able to apply to my professional life. Because as I have given an example, so after 8 years of my career, I have switched my gear completely, and I have to move to a complete new technology. So so every day when I face a new challenge, and sometimes the challenges used to be very time critical. So we have a thousands of advisors sitting on their system, and they are not able to do anything, and we have only 1 hour of time to fix those issues. So so if we will not keep our mind busy and innovative, then things will not get solved. So we have to balance both things, and that will keep me healthy. So that is the another point. So if I'm not able to keep myself healthy and fit, then probably I won't be able to do good in my professional work as well.
So how important you think, how you rate this finding time for hobbies or passions for overall well-being?
We have to, it's not optional. We
Hmm.
have to. So
But if
and
I
i'm
say
i'm
I am not able to find that time for myself, then
So here basically we need to remove some friction from our life. So like like if our travel time is too high, so if you are living too far from office, then some people have to spend almost 2 hours to traveling one side. So on that way, sometime they are spending 4 hours in their traveling. So if you are able to cut down those time, so for our case, in most of the IT office we used to have gym. So even if I'm not able to go to gym, so on those cases I can find some time of the 30 minutes during my work break or some time, and I can go to gym. So if there is a will, there is a way. So we have to figure it out, and we have to remove some friction from our life, so that we can move to this type of activity. So sometime going to the gym is the friction. If we can remove that friction, then of course we can go to gym. And of course it won't be possible 365 a day in a year, but of course we can manage in some way.
thank you so much. So, Mr. Kumar, what do you think? What traits do you think are essential for someone who wants to thrive in the IT industry for long term?
The most important thing is the continuous learning
Hmm.
and our habits. So that is again, I'm quoting something from the book The Atomic Habits. So it's not our talent that takes us far, so it's our habits that takes us in the long journey. So if I have a habit of learning a small thing every day, so I will be able to learn a lot of thing at the end of the year. So if I take the same example, if you are able to improve ourselves by 1% every day in a year, then with the compounding, it will go to the 33 to 36 time. I don't remember the exact number. So this is how much it adds. So the continuous learning, working with a team. So if I try to do everything by myself, so of course I am not good in everything. I might be good in two things, but I'm not good in other two things. So working with a good team, keeping a good relationship with your team. So I have a big team in India, and I used to connect them very regularly, because sometimes my 10 minutes of the effort can save their 2 hours of work. So if we can work very collectively, then of course we can achieve a lot in our professional and the personal life. And, and the urge to learn. So even I'm learning in today's date. So 3 years back, I learned the cloud technology. Now I am working with the different AI technology and how it can help my work.
Okay, fine. So, Mr. Kumar, how do you define success on a personal level?
My personal level, I see success as a byproduct. I do not count myself as a successful person, but I find myself as a composed now. So I'm happy with what I have. I do not count myself as a successful person, but I see success and the money as a byproduct. So if I pursue for the success, then I won't be able to success. I can pursue with the different, gaining the different skill set, collaborating with people, delivering the quality solution, trying to solve the problem for the client and the different people who work around us. So probably I see in the different ways the success and the money is a byproduct. If I'm able to pursue on the other thing, then that may follow, and sometimes it's late. So it depends how do you see success. So in my view, I see success as a byproduct or the money as a byproduct.
Okay. You talked about artificial intelligence. So, how do you see artificial intelligence reshaping industries, especially in the next 5 to 10 years?
So I only see the positive part of it because if I will go to the another example, then the we used to have the cartwheel for transportation. So when the motor industry has evolved, so that time the people who have not learned driving, they have struggled. Not everyone. So the AI is also the similar thing. There are some industrialization in the creation of the different product. So I see this as a very positive things. It is going to help us to build different things. It is going to make software more affordable and more error free. So in today's date, the knowing the technology is not that important because the things you can take the help of the artificial intelligence. The same thing used to happen with the learning. So when I started my career in 2008, so that time if I have to learn something, I have to go to bookshop. I have to find a book first, and I used to struggle hardly to get some book. Probably I have to move. I have to go to different stores to find a book. But in today's world, you have so many online tutorials. You have Udemy, or you have a different tutorial. From there you can learn the technology. The same thing is helping in the AI. So today if I have to learn anything on the depth, I used to go and take help of the AI. That is helping me to improve my knowledge, improve my productivity. So the same thing is going to be applied in the IT industry. So the cost of the building the software, that is going to get reduced. The amount of the error that used to happen, that is going to reduce. Of course it is going to automate few of the low skilled job, but in long term it is going to create a lot of opportunity.
Okay. Okay, so are there any AI tools or trends that personally interest you?
Of course, a lot of. So I am using ChatGTP. I am using the Copilot, but it's more on my personal level. So I used to build few things, few software for myself, and to see how AI can help us. So officially we are not using much of the AI. So because there is a lot of risk for your data getting leaked, or we work with a very sensitive data of the customer data, all those things. But on my personal level, ChatGTP is my helper for everything.
Okay.
So even when I want to get the recommendation of the what is the next book I should pick for the read, I used to ask some AI tool.
Okay, so have you worked on any AI driven project at TCS?
I have worked on the cloud project and we are just getting into the AI. So we are
Okay.
using a bit of the AI, but of course we have not implementing we have not implemented the generative AI. Of course, AI we are using for the last 20 years. So AI is not new. So we are using the artificial intelligence to make a decision for the different thing. But what is new is the generative AI. So of course we have not yet implemented in my project. Of course, TCS is doing on the several different level. But in the my project, we have not implemented generative AI. But we are using the AI to take the different decision, but not the generative AI.
So, what role has mentorship or networking played in your professional life?
See, mentorship is very important because when you join some project, so that time you do not have much of the information that what the project is. So of course there are people who are working on the project, so that guides you quite well. So mentorship helped me to understand how to navigate challenges and how to grab a opportunity. So mentors are very helpful. So basically, and also I have given the example that I'm working in a big team. So I'm mentoring few people and I am getting mentored by the different seniors in our team because alone I cannot solve all the problems. So of course I have to take suggestion. I have to go for the discussion. So in the corporate we used to work on the hierarchy. So they, of course there are few people on the above me, there are few people down the me. So I have to help the people who are on the down me. I have to collaborate with the people who are on the my level, and I have to take guidance from the people who are on the upper level. So on that way we used to grow and the deliver things.
So next question to you is, how has your family or support system played a role in your professional journey?
It's very important to have a support system. If I wouldn't be having a support system, I wasn't be able to move to Ireland, and this was such a defining opportunity. So opportunity do not wait. So we have so many people who can fulfill this position, and sometime spending a year of tough time add 5 years of importance in your life. So of course the family support is very important to pursue any big thing. So it's very important to get the support from the family. So they are standing for me at every moment. So whenever I was in India, whenever I am here, so sometimes it may happen that even during the weekend you cannot utilize your time for yourself because it's, if something is broken in the production, then you have to fix it overnight. Then of course the support system is very required.
Okay, that's good to know. So my next question to you, if you could give one personal life lesson to our IT students, what would it be?
So the same thing I have told earlier, try to find out your why you want to pursue in the IT. So if you know your why, then of course you can start with the first thing is why you want to pursue in the IT. If you have that answer, then it will help you to stay fighting on your tough days. And the second thing, you have to decide which technology you want to pursue. So whatever technology you want to pursue, take that technology and start working on that. We lots of tutorials are available, lot of AI helps are available, and try to work in a group. If you're working in a group of 4 to 6 people, you are building something, then you can teach someone few things. You can learn from some people few things. So on that way you will build a good capacity to think complex things and solve the complex problem. And you have to break the complex problem in a small problem, and you need to solve it. To try to work in a group. So most of the IT students used to work in a group. So if you are working in a project, make a group of 4 to 6 people or even the bigger group, and try to focus on one technology instead of trying too many things at a time. Try to focus on one thing, try to learn that, try to implement that.
Okay. So related to this answer, I want to ask, how can students identify the right IT role for themselves, especially when they are unsure about where their strength truly lie?
So you need to understand what your strength is. So for the different person, of course the career choice supposed to be a different. So you need to identify what is your strength. So that is the first thing. And if you are able to figure out what is your strength, then you can start working on that one. You have to build some habits. So like if you want to build your career in the code development, going on the same way I went like a solution architect and other thing, then you have to focus on the learning. Every day you have to learn some part of the coding and how the different system works. So the atomic habits will help you here. So you have to decide what you want to do, and you have to build a habit so that every day you can learn something new and you can continue to add the value.
Okay, sir. Anyone in from audience want to ask something? Okay, let me check the question from student side if there is any.
Ah, okay, since nobody else is asking me question, I will ask. So, apart from atomic habits, which you have referred to in your discussion, what other books you are planning to read or have you read, which are useful for the youngsters or for improving your life as a whole? So, I'll ask you that. Thank you.
So I have a lot of books in my cupboard to read. So out of which the two books that I have already referred, the first one was the Start with Why. So that will help you to define why you want to do something. So so anything have three part: what, why, and how. So we need
Hmm.
to understand why I want to do something. If I know why I want to do something, then I can solve the problem quite easily. So in today's date, when the client used to come to me with some problem, so I used to ask, why do you want this problem to be solved? So if I'm able to get the that answer of that question, so I'm able to guide them very well. I'm able to find the solution. So that is the first book, the Start with Why. Second book, the Atomic Habits. So Atomic Habits I have already mentioned, but I would like to mention few more things from that one. So one concept that I have read in the book, so most of the things that evolved throughout the civilization, that is more from the removing the resistance. So human has moved to agriculture. The main reason for that was to remove the resistance to get the food. So when people do not used to have the agriculture, that time they were not very sure that whether they will get the food next time or not. So that time they have moved to the agriculture so that they can get the food. They have removed the friction of getting the food. In today's date, the educational institutions, they are removing the friction of getting the knowledge. So if I am going to a good institute, then I'm getting the knowledge. So that place, the friction of accessing the knowledge is getting removed. If I talk about the FMCG company, so they are removing the friction of obtaining the daily life good product. If I talk about the e-commerce platforms like Flipkart and the Amazon, so they are removing the friction of shopping. If I go to Ola and Uber, so they are basically removing the friction of owning my own car for the travel, because it's bringing a lot of hassles as well. So on the same way, food delivery app, they are reducing our friction to get a hot meal on our plate. So most of the civilization and everything has got evolved on the same way. So today date, building a habit also come on the same way. So if I want to develop a code, so I might be having some friction. I don't know quite well how to write a code. So that time I can take a help of generative AI tools. If I want to build a knowledge base, then I can take a help of the online tutorials. So
Very good. I have understood what you want to convey. So now one more question, supplementary question related to AI. How, as a scientist or an engineer, are you people going to ensure that we remain the master of AI and AI doesn't become our master one day?
this is a bit tricky question. But as of now, we are taking the help of AI to do things in the smarter way. So I do not see any threat, because we are training the models. So AI models are being trained on the certain pattern and the certain thing, and and of course we can apply some logic that what answers we should not supposed to get them and what they should do. So we are taking a empty model, we are training them for the different activity and the different thing. So basically we are training them. So I do not see any threat that they can become masters of us. They are here to help us, not to guide us.
So if I'm permitted to ask another supplementary question,
Yeah,
uh,
please.
does AI has the capacity to imagine also? Because what I understand is that humans are somebody who can imagine and then innovate and then do something new. As you are saying, AI is essentially what you are asking them to do, the technology is doing. So, do you think one day AI may get that power of imagination also?
So basically, of course, AI will not never be able to imagine. But if I change your question a bit, so it like, can AI feel the pain? So that is again the similar type of the thing. So can AI feel the pain? So the answer will be, of course, AI won't be able to feel the pain. But if you want them to get some input and start crying, then of course they can mimic the habit of doing the mimic the habit of getting feeling the pain. So AI can show you that they are imagining something, but of course not.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
So
Thanks a lot.
so
Very
so
good question, answer.
so
All
the
the
same
best.
thing. So AI cannot feel happiness and AI cannot feel the pain. But how the AI systems are being trained? So consider if AI is playing a game or AI is playing a chess game. So we used to tell them, if you are doing something, then you will get a +1 point. So +1 point is their happiness. They are not actually happy. So if I am showing them a image, tell me whether this is dog or cat. If he is able to tell it correctly, then I am saying is giving him +1. So for him it is not happiness. For him it is +1. So they
Thank you.
can show you that they are taking care of you, but they cannot build sentiment.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so one question from student side. Although you have answered to the such related question, what qualities do you believe are essential for young professionals to succeed in the rapidly evolving digital technology industry?
So we need to focus on the learning. So our good communication skill and the problem solving ability, and be ready to adapt to the new technology. So we have to focus more on the learning. So tomorrow the technology may change, but the way we think, that is not going to change. So if you are getting a complex problem, you have to break it into the simple problem, and we can solve the simple problem. So stay focused. You have to continue learning. I even after 17 years of experience, I'm also learning, and I have a future plan that what are the things that I have to learn. If you are getting some chance, try to read some books. Books are really helpful. So if possible, you can follow those two books. Start with Why and Atomic Habits. These are two really good books that is going to help you. And these two are the most selling books as well. I have gifted this book to a lot of my friends, but I am still not able to motivate them to read.
Okay, that's good. Chalvi. Okay, so that's all from my side. Okay, one more question if I want to ask will be, what role does gratitude play in your personal routine?
It is very, very important. So you have to feel gratitude for everything that you have. So if I see myself, then it is just a coincidence that I'm able to reach to this place. So probably if the event of campus not happened on Dhanbad on the in 2007, then I wouldn't have been able to reach here. So it is just a coincidence and my luck that I'm able to reach here. But I'm quite sure that I would have been somewhere else if not here. But I'm really thankful for all the people around me. I have a team in India, the big team who is available throughout the clock to help me whenever I need a help. So of course I'm very, very thankful for everything that I have achieved.
Okay, so if not in tech or consulting, what other career path might you have pursued?
Probably I have the more attraction toward going the things where I can help the society. So probably the education for the underprivileged children. If I get an opportunity in my life, then I will go and I will start providing the free education for the underprivileged people. So probably that is the so education is the best thing that someone can get. And if I can help the people who do not have the privilege to get the education, so I'm not sure how much I am able to do, but let's see life give me an opportunity, then of course I will try to help people with the underprivileged people to get education, or probably the privilege, letting the people know the importance of the education. So few people do not know the importance of the education. So that is also one thing. If they know the importance of the education, then of course they have all the resources, but they are not focusing on it. The education can change anything. So I'm really glad to get this opportunity to talk with so many people. And the young professional, they are going to be a part of the corporate world. And
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar. That's really a thoughtful gesture. It's truly inspiring to see someone with such vast experience remain so grounded and approachable. That's really good.
I'm really thankful for getting this opportunity. So when I heard about it, I have said yes. So it is really good to connect with people who are really doing quite well with the education sector, and it's really a good initiative that you guys are taking off. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, once again. So now I hand over the session to Tanisha Tyagi.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to request Mayuri to please deliver a vote of thanks to our guest.
First of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Uttam Kumar sir, our distinguished speaker, and to our aspirant moderator for joining us on this platform. Your willingness to share your rich knowledge and experience is truly invaluable. The insight you provided into the challenges faced by our leaders were not only thought provoking, but will serve as guiding for light for the students and aspiring leaders present here today. Through your words, you have illuminated the path, showing how obstacles can be transformed into opportunities for growth and learning. I am certain that everyone who listened today has gained valuable takeaway that will inspire them to face future challenges with confidence and wisdom. Once again, thank you so much for your precious time, your inspiring words, and your contributing to nurturing the next generation of our leaders.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
okay, thank you everyone. Have a good day ahead.
So my best wishes to you. Keep it up. All the best. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
It was really illuminating to discuss with a young boy like you. So I know you are going to go very high in your rank. This is my best wishes to you. All the best. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Good day.
Host can stop the recording.